John.
Yes, Judge.
And Lauren, yes?
Yes.
Now, the two of you were in a relationship for 8 years, correct?
That's right.
And John, Lauren, for the purposes of this case, I need to ask you about that relationship. But effectively, it broke up, and you left the home that you were sharing, John. Somebody went back to collect your goods, only they discovered that all of the goods had been destroyed, you say, by Lauren, and you want your money back, correct?
Yes, Judge.
From what I can gather from what John says and you say, the two of you were childhood sweethearts. Is that right?
Yes.
So how old were you when you first met, John?
I think it was about 16.
Rather young.
Yeah.
Now, what was John's job, first of all, when you were together, Lauren?
He was a security officer.
Is that right, John?
Not when we first got together, no.
No, you were 16. I can't imagine you securing anything.
I was unemployed, Judge, at the time.
Yes, that's right to say, but gradually over the years you've had various jobs,
I have.
and especially recently, or relatively recently, you've got into the job of security.
That's right.
Am I right to say?
Yeah, 16 months ago.
How long?
About 15, 16 months.
15 months ago, and everything changed. About 16 months ago, Lauren, things changed, right?
Yes.
Well, John, this coincided with you changing your, not quite your career, but your job. What job did you get?
I worked in retail security, and then I worked on the doors as well.
We didn't just work on the doors. You got a new qualification as a bouncer, right?
Yes, Judge.
And so, in order for you to make money as a bouncer, let's call it what it is, you had to go and work away, right?
That's right, Judge.
Friday night to Sunday night.
Yep.
So he needed to work away.
Yeah.
Were you supportive of him working away, Lauren, at first?
At first, yes.
Is that right, John?
No, Judge.
What happened when you first suggested that you went and worked in this... You went away to work?
The first time I did it, she said she doesn't think it's advisable.
First time you came back, was there any complaint by Lauren?
Yeah, she'd asked if I'd seen other women where I was working.
Why would you be of the view that he had seen other women in that first week? Why were you worried about that?
Because I know what he's like around other women. Flirting a lot.
Flirting?
Yes.
In what way?
Very close with his body language.
Well,
And making them laugh and everything, like he did with me.
he makes other women laugh? Do you go out of your way to make women laugh?
Guilty.
Did you have any specific evidence of him being unfaithful to you with other women?
No.
Had you been, John?
Never been unfaithful, Judge.
How bad did it get with Lauren getting in touch with you and phoning and that sort of thing?
It become very bad. 15 phone calls a day.
Now,
phoning
here's the
colleagues.
thing. Here's the thing. Is she phoning you or somebody else, John?
Myself, my colleagues and my boss.
What were you phoning his boss for? His
I
boss...
remember calling his colleague.
Same thing. He was his direct supervisor. What are you doing phoning his supervisor, wondering where he is? Were you concerned that he wasn't warm enough?
No.
What were you concerned about?
What he was doing.
Did she ever get through to you, John?
No, Judge.
She did, in fact, get through to your boss, correct?
She did, Judge.
And what did she say to your boss, John?
Asking where I was, if I was working, the venue, who I was talking to.
What did you suspect he was doing?
That he was with another woman.
Now, at some point, Lauren, the relationship broke down, correct?
Yes.
What was... You described to me the row that was the trigger for the two of you no longer being together after 8 years.
We didn't row. We sat down and had a conversation.
Very sensible. Was that the basis of the two of you breaking up? A conversation?
Yes, Judge.
A civilised conversation?
I sat her down and I explained to her, I can't be with you no more because I can't deal with all the stress or the allegations or the phone calls. I just couldn't deal with it. It was taking my mind out my job.
Yeah, but 40 minutes...
I'll give you an opportunity. What were you going to say there, Lauren? Just about to ask you. Luckily for you.
40 minutes before he had a conversation with me, he was on the phone to another woman.
Is that
for
correct?
40 minutes.
I speak to females, yes, Judge.
You speak to females?
Yeah. Which
yeah.
she doesn't like.
What evidence do you have at all of any communication that he was, in fact, having an affair, as you describe it?
Because he came back after he broke up with me, after we went away for the weekend on Sunday, and told me that he'd slept with her 5 times.
May not matter. Is it true?
Yes, Judge. She asked me if I'd seen anyone else since we'd broken up, and I admitted I did. I didn't say anything about how many times, I just admitted yes.
Well, the two of you broke up, correct?
Yes.
For more Judge Rinder cases, click here. And if you've got a legal issue yourself, get in touch with us by clicking over here.